România este un aliat valoros, a contribuit la securitate, apărare colectivă în misiuni de apărare. Este afirmația secretarului general al NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, cel care vorbește în exclusivitate la Antena 3 CNN despre războiul dus de Putin în Ucraina, dar și despre cum se poate întări securitatea în regiunea Mării Negre. Iată interviul exclusiv realizat de colegul nostru de emisiune, Radu Tudor.
What will happen if Russia will win this war? What will be the effect for Euro-Atlantic security? And what NATO countries are doing to prevent this?
If President Putin wins this war, it will send a very dangerous message, because then the message and the lesson learned for him and for other authoritarian leaders is that when they use military force, when they violate international law, when they invade another country, they can achieve their goals. And that will make the world more dangerous. They will be inclined to use force again, and it will make us more vulnerable. So that's the reason that it is so important that President Putin do not win this war. It will be a tragedy for Ukraine if President Putin wins, but it will also be dangerous for us, and that's exactly why NATO allies have provided and are providing unprecedented military, economic, humanitarian support to Ukraine, Romania being among those nations, providing a lot of different types of support, including hosting a large number of refugees who have crossed the border out of Ukraine.
NATO's eastern flank needs more military enforcement, and Romania is in this situation to request more military enforcement. What have you decided together with the SACEUR about the enforcement of the Black Sea security area according to the strategic concept?
The Black Sea region is of great strategic importance for NATO, and we have increased our presence in this region, including in Romania. We started to do so not this year, but actually in 2014, after Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea. We have implemented the biggest reinforcement of collective defense since the end of the Cold War. And then when we saw that Russia was planning to invade Ukraine, we added more. I actually went to the MK base here in Romania in the beginning of February this year, before the invasion. And there I saw US troops coming in, I saw French troops. We established a new NATO-led battle group. France is the framework nation for that. Thousands of troops, including American troops, have been sent to Romania, backed by significant air power. We also have increased our naval presence in the Baltic Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, and they can support all the operations throughout Europe. So we have already increased significantly. Then we are working on further strengthening our presence, partly with more presence, but also with more pre-positioned equipment supplies, and also to a higher degree to have earmarked troops that are dedicated to defend specific areas. So we are constantly strengthening our collective defense, assessing what we need to do. And of course, the most important thing is that allies are investing more. We need more resources to be able to do more in a more dangerous world.
Romania is the allied country, has the longest border, terrestrial border with Ukraine. How will you assess Romania's profile as a NATO country?
Romania is a highly valued ally. Romania contributes to our shared security, to our collective defense in many different ways, contributing to different NATO missions and operations. Romania also hosts one of our ballistic missile sites here in Romania, and you host one of our new battle groups, which is based here in Romania. And of course, the fact that Romania is spending 2% of GDP on defense is also important. More and more allies do that, but it matters when a country like Romania is investing more, including in new high-end capabilities. So and we see also how Romania participate in NATO missions and operations in Kosovo, in many other places. And just a few days ago we had an exercise, air defense exercise with jets from Turkey, from Spain, from the United States, but also French aircraft flying out of the Charles de Gaulle aircraft carrier, showing how NATO and Romania are working together, how there is more NATO in Romania, but also more Romania in NATO.
The Republic of Moldova is in a very difficult situation, and it's affected by the war in Ukraine. What can NATO do to help this country, taking into consideration that they have the neutrality mentioned in their constitution?
NATO fully respects the neutrality of Moldova. For us, it is an overarching principle that every nation has the right to choose its own path, whether it wants to belong to a security organization, alliance as NATO or not. We respect that regardless. That's for each and every individual nation to decide themselves. But based on Moldova's neutrality and our respect for that decision, we have worked with Moldova for many years. Moldova has been a close partner of this alliance for 30 years. And we continue to help and work with them on building democratic reforms, strengthening their defense and security institutions, political oversight, and helping them to strengthen the democratic institutions in Moldova, and we will continue to do so. Moldova is also working with NATO allies. Moldova has contributed or has troops in our KFOR mission in Kosovo, helping to stabilize Western Balkans. So Moldova is a highly valued partner. I recently met with the president, and we discussed how Moldova and NATO could further deepen and strengthen our partnership.
Tomorrow is the National Day of Romania. Do you have a short message for Romanian people?
Congratulations. Romania is a proud and democratic and important country in Europe, and a highly valued NATO ally, and a country that has demonstrated that it is absolutely possible to go from being a communist regime under the dictatorship and the Warsaw Pact and all that we saw during the Cold War, to be a democratic, prosperous nation which is contributing to the international community in so many different ways, and I look forward to continue to work with Romania.
Este un mesaj inclusiv de Ziua Națională pe care Jens Stoltenberg îl transmite